We went around the world on tour, which was amazing, and actually for a while I decided to keep going on tour. I kind of got a bit dislocated and thought I didn't want to come back yet, so I went away for about 5 months and explored a bit, and then ran out of a plan and ended up back at my mum and dad's in the lakes, which is what happens if you don't have a plan. You end up back at your mum and dad's. So it's a bit of it's kind of a full circle kind of scenario. But so that's what we've been doing really, and just taking the record around to people. I guess the strange thing about being a musician, and I guess any artist, is that you define what is good, what is a good day's work, what is a good solid piece of work, what is viable. But when you're on tour, there's a very definite kind of set of rules, like, no, that was a great show, no, that was a solid good day's work, people loved it, there's a sense of affirmation. But when you're writing, you can have the best of ideas and it would on another day feel like just rubbish. So I think what I became hooked on was a sense of accomplishment and kind of grid. Your life goes to a grid that doesn't really happen strangely when you're writing. And also the sense of renewal. You go to a new place every day and it brings a different aspect of you out every day. And that can be very addictive, especially when you don't have to worry about the mundane aspects of life that are actually important in grounding you, but sometimes you can do without, you know. We always love going to Mexico City. It's always an incredible place to play, and that was an incredible show in Mexico City last time, and kind of going into the city and kind of getting lost in the city, and it's kind of a constant process of getting lost and refinding yourself, I guess. We've always worked with a constant kind of trickle. I think it comes from kind of farming stock. The lakes, you know, kind of like I need to have to do something with my day, and I think so. It's kind of a constant process. I don't really believe in this kind of superstitious time of I am now writing. For me, it's a constant kind of space to inhabit, you know. So that comes, there's good days, bad days with that. Well, I'm getting to travel to lots of places at the moment during the summer, which is amazing. I was at Primavera a couple of weeks ago. That's a wonderful festival, and saw Solange playing, and she's playing here, and that was one of the most inspiring shows I've seen in a long time. So little things pop up like that, you know, that you just think, oh, people who make you jealous and joyous all at the same time, you know. I have no idea, and I don't think we ever know, and I think I like that idea of, I think the reason why it's always been like that with us is the preferred method of working for me is just always a bit like you don't know what you're doing. That's always where the good stuff is where you're just grappling, where you just can't reach the thing that you're trying to reach, either through technical skill or through just kind of the idea of being too abstract to really get hold of. But you should always, I think, be just a bit short, you know, and I think that's why it's how you leap that gap that's the interesting part of it. If Rick Rubin's around... No, I didn't mean Rick Rubin, actually. I meant Trent Reznor. I think Trent Reznor would be the ultimate guy, I think. And he just did a beautiful piano piece for Banksy's Hotel with the West Bank, which I think was so beautiful. So, yeah. Shows, you know. Getting a show together, and it's kind of like building a cruise ship. Like on land, it's a complete pain in the ass. It's just like lumpen and heavy, and just like but once it's afloat, once it's going, it's just cruises. You know, it's beautiful. So I think we're just kind of enjoying the cruise right now. I think just have faith in your own individuality. It's the weirdness and the incorrectness which is the beautiful part, and I think it's very easy to succumb to the noise of what's supposed to be appropriate or polite enough for mass audiences, but actually I think people are drawn to the broken bits,